I think I started something. I think I got what I wanted. Greetings, Gemini, all placements. This is New Skin by Frank Ocean. Okay, so somebody is numb. Someone is cold. Ooh, there's an icebox where my heart used to be. Hello, Omarion. I did not write you in this, but I hear you coming through, so I'll give you your flowers, Omarion. There's an icebox where someone's heart used to be. Someone is also just numb and they're feeling cold because of whatever it is that they're consuming. Someone is consuming something that's giving them the shivers, whatever that would be. Okay. Someone can also be relapsing, shivering, and then doing the thing, and then shivering, and then someone also makes someone shiver. You make me shiver. I'm hearing that song. It's one of my favorite line dances to do. So I don't know, someone here could be out line dancing. Someone can want to go line dancing. Someone needs to go line dancing. Ooh, someone could be doing lines. That's not my circus, not my monkeys. Never ever. I'm so proud to say I've never done those things, those extracurricular things. I've never done any of that. That being said, that was 100% the demise and downfall of one of my exes. And I've seen many people entirely obliterate their entire future in life because of that substance thing. So Gemini, please be careful. Please check out for your loved ones, because it's always the ones who seem like they're so sober and so fine and whatever that are like the most, needing help behind the scenes. I was also hearing, so first things first, Gemini, I was actually hearing below the belt. So someone is definitely, hitting below the belt. Someone is being very conniving. Someone is not being altruistic or genuine, or someone's not acting from a good space. Someone is definitely operating from their shadow side. I was also hearing respirators. So someone, definitely please be careful about what you're ingesting. Especially like with people, don't do things that people offer you. Supply your own if you're gonna do anything, but I don't know. Someone here needs a little tea break on stuff. Someone here just needs a break in general. Give me a break. Kit Kat bar, I don't know. But I was hearing 8 below or 80 below. Isn't that, I didn't look it up. I was going to, but I was like, no. I was just channeling and just writing. So as I was channeling, I was just writing. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna look anything up because I also have plans here in a little bit. So I was like, nope, just gotta get to it. So I have no idea what 8 below or 80 below is, but I thought maybe it was like a husky movie where they're like, I don't know, an Alaska or something. And if not, then I don't know, something about wolves or huskies. Or just, again, cold, numb, the number 8. 8 is all about self-mastery. We do have to face our shadow, Gemini. To be honest, my favorite thing that I was channeling was the song called The Dark Side by David Goggins and Akira the Dawn. That's one of my favorite albums to listen to. Accountability Mirror is what the album is called. So some of my Geminis, someone here could have been an accountability mirror for someone, and it was like a rude awakening. A very rude awakening. And now someone has become numb. In Frank Ocean's song, he says, I can't feel nothing. Every record, auto-tuning, 0 emotions, muted emotions, computed emotions. F me numb. So someone is just, hooking up, sink full of dishes. I'm pacing in the kitchen. But there's no droog around quite like what I found in you. So someone is doing whatever they can to numb the pain. But in the David Goggins song, he's talking about how we all have a cookie jar. We have like good things, right? Sunshine, butterflies. And then we all have a jar of crap, okay? And he was in the military. And so he talks about, the jar of crap is when everything is going wrong in our life. And he's like, for me, it was like Hell Week. And Hell Week in the military is literally designed to find your flaws and to, beat you down, basically. He's like, so you have 130 hours of nonstop training. And if you're lucky, you'll get 2 full hours to sleep in that 130 hours of nonstop consecutive training. And they smash this out of you and find everything wrong with your mentality, and they shake you down. And he's like, and after you complete that is when Hell Week starts. That wasn't a part of Hell Week. That was the precursor. That was the appetizer, okay? He was like, so, my name is David Goggins, but he was like, I created Goggins. And, we see this with a lot of artists, Gemini. And I do believe 100%, just especially after learning about human design and the gene keys, and the subconscious and our shadow side and our, drishti, or our higher self, our siddhi, our higher gift, we have two sides to us. And if you do not deeply get to know both and integrate the shadow self into the higher self and have a even keel communication between the two, then that, the wolf will take over sometimes. And Gemini, it seems like for somebody that wolf is trying to take over, and someone is really needing to create their alter persona and get a healthy outlet for it. I think of like Eminem having like Stan, and he has Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Stan. I mean, like he has different personalities. A lot of artists do that. A lot of people do that. So David Goggins is like, I have, hi, I'm David Goggins, but then there's Goggins, and he's like, and I created Goggins during Heck Week. He's like, Goggins is the guy that can take anything that you place in front of him. Also, some of my Geminis, you are dealing with an environment, a person, a living situation, a family member, or a job that is acting in this way of like the instructors of Heck Week. So he says, Goggins has a way of going to a certain place mentally where all the pain and suffering that the instructors would put on me, I would actually reverse that pain and suffering. And he's like, I would also take their soul in the process. He's like, after they, beat the out of us, he's like, I would stay calm, proud, and smile right in their face. He's like, I wanted to remind them that even though, they're going home to a warm bed, a wife and kids, like fresh meal and everything, he's like, I wanted them to think about me, knowing that I'm extremely comfortable being very effing uncomfortable, and that the instructor, is hating it the whole time, and the instructor is wanting to quit more than me, and I'm the one going through it. He's like, that's what Goggins' specialty is. I would flip the hurt that they would try and put on me. I would use it for my strength. And I took all negatives to a positive. He's like, and that's all. It's that simple. It's quite simple. So, there's something here, Gemini, where God is putting you through something to integrate your dark side, to use it as your superpower, because it truly is. And it is in a living situation, or against some tyrannical boss. Could be something online. Could also be like family. I mean, we have, again, so many retrogrades, which is all communication stuff. Something is going to even out in time. It all gets better in time. Thought I couldn't live without you. It's gonna hurt, but when it heals too. It all gets better in time. Oh man, it's been the longest summer without you. After everything we've been through. I don't know. I'm hearing that song. So very strong Sagittarius and Capricorn is coming through, Gemini. So you can have Sag or Capricorn in your chart, or you're dealing with them, or something big is going to shift and change then. You can also be dealing with a Pisces. Pisces is here. That was coming through in Libra's reading as well. For some of my Geminis, someone here is spending way too much time chasing tail and not enough time solidifying their business. It's like, bro, you ain't got it like that to date. Like, to be fair, it's not saying like people that are totally broke can't date, but someone needs to literally like put an end to this like screwing around, half in, half out, then things end anyway. It's literally stalling. Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's slowing down someone's work. Someone's vehicle can be also like on the out, or like right on the teetering on the edge. Someone can be really stressed out about this, but it's like someone's too focused, I don't know, on love and not the bag. I get the bag and fumble it, or you just fumble it. I don't know. Someone gets the bag, someone else is just fumbling it. Someone here is like trying to keep up with others rather than being true to themselves, and that's also why they chase tail but never catch it. I don't know. It's like someone is kind of keeping themselves, Page of Swords with the Nine of Swords, in a horrible cycle because they're like prioritizing the wrong things. Someone here also, I was just going to say, is staying like a kid forever. Never Neverland, Peter Pan with the Fool card and the Eight of Swords. Someone is also all up in their head about an Aries. Someone cannot forget this Aries. Someone has so much love for this Aries. Maybe this Aries turned their back and really told someone to shove it because they're like, I do want to be a wife, but the Empress does not deal with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a 60%. That's a D. That is a fail. That is not even a pass. But even then, if it was a C or a B, like a princess would accept that. Maybe a queen if you got lucky, but not a dang empress. No. So someone ended something because they're like, nope, can't take your dark side of the moon that's unintegrated. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with your dark side. You got to know it. You got to be able to communicate about it. You also got to get your money right. Someone here, wasn't doing that. If you want to lock me down and not have me running out here being single for anyone else to lock me down, you got to get your bag right first. You can't just be some simp who's like chasing tail when you ain't got it like that. So someone here has their priorities all the way up. There's just a lot of growing up that needs to take place, Gemini, if I'm being honest. Bless you.